G'day. Well, the Reserve Bank didn't let us down, did they? Again, too little, too late. A measly, tiny, modest 0.25%. So we're sitting on 1.5% when similar resource-rich countries such as Canada have been on 0.5% for about 10 years. In Australia, our Reserve Bank is making us the centre of hot money. The hot money comes into the country, it drives up our dollar, which means we're too expensive for overseas tourists and for overseas students. We're also too expensive when overseas people go to buy our goods and services. So you know that, I know that, the media know that. How come the Reserve Bank doesn't know that? So too little, too late, and look at their policy statement. Are they in cloud cuckoo land? Monetary policy remains remarkably accommodative. We're right in the middle of a recession, Reserve Bank, not called by the government, but by the banking oligopoly we got. It's virtually a monopoly in my opinion, but they've pushed people's repayments up 40% to P&I. They've also forced people to pay more deposits to get property. They've also forced property investors out of the market by denying them access to funds unless they charge them 0.25% more interest rate. So how is that accommodative? So again, Reserve Bank out of touch. The next error of the Reserve Bank is to say that growth is continuing to expand at a modest pace. Again, which country are they in? The level of savings of Australians have been dropping steadily over the last 4 years. The amount of disposable income of Australians has been dropping steadily over the last 4 years. So growth isn't expanding at a moderate pace. We had a short-term blip in the last figure, but that was caused by an unusual item, a lot of exports. That doesn't put money into consumers' pockets. So it's a fraudulent figure, including those exports, looking at consumer expansion at a moderate pace. Crazy. Again, Reserve Bank out of touch. Now, if you're one of the 600,000 people that are unemployed, you're going to be surprised by the Reserve Bank saying that employment is expanding at a modest pace. What? Unemployment once was 4.3%. It's now 50% higher and stuck there. And guess whose job it is to drive down unemployment? The Reserve Bank. Number one in their charter is to maintain full employment, which is about 2.2%. We're sitting up at 5.8%, and they say labour market conditions continue to be modest expansion. Again, which country is the Reserve Bank in? Interest rates have got to come down again. So I'm predicting right now that in November we'll come down to 1% if we've got a Reserve Bank governor that isn't afraid to lower rates, that sees that lower rates helps lower inflation, helps lower the Australian dollar, and helps increase jobs. Let's hope we've got a Reserve Bank governor by November that's concerned about maintaining its charter of full employment. Members will note that in 2009 we advised the Reserve Bank not to raise rates when they were 2.5. In fact, we said lower them to 2.25. What happened? They raised them to 4.75. Stupid. So while it's a great market to get into, there are a lot of traps and people are buying the wrong property in the wrong location with the wrong sort of funding, and they're going to be handcuffed to just 2 properties for the rest of their life, and then that'll entitle them just to part pension. Not a real good lifestyle. So come to the club and we'll give you all the tips and traps for free. Thank you for listening to my rant on the Reserve Bank, and I'll see you soon when they lower rates yet again. Too little, too late. So I'll see you soon. I love property.